You know, Sakurai once said that the cutscenes are supposed to be the reward for playing the game. But sometimes in Kingdoms of the Dump, you just have to do some story. Welcome back to Kingdoms of the Dump. I did some farming on the side since last time. Loot is going to be in a big concert, whether he likes it or not. Also, Dustin is still adventuring, and he grabbed a bunch of levels. Dustin now has the counter stance. So now timed blocks are even more useful, especially with his attack power. And since we're in the land of wood, this is where weaknesses start becoming very important. Wile's tier is nowhere near as good as the Recycled Toy Blade, but since it's fire-based, it's doing double damage. I could hit like 12,000 with this. 1,200. That's even stronger than Walker Jacket. If only he had an elemental gun. Sadly, he doesn't. Also, Cerulean picked up his level 36 skills. He's got Big Water, he's got Big Wind, and he's got Neutralize to get rid of buffs and debuffs. Not like I really use those. Also, I didn't really fight many of the enemies around here. But we got these things. The Fanpire Bat. It's a wooden version of the fans. Also, here's the reason why I'm using a fire sword now. 1502! Not even Walker could do that kind of damage with weakness. So Dustin is great for taking out these wooden enemies. Which makes me think when we get into the end game, I might try to get a clean sword somewhere. That'll be helpful against all the toxic enemies they're gonna run across. Also, there was the Chairantula. Oh, and speaking of chairs, hey, a reason for Cerulean to exist. Do I have any clean damage? No, not really. I have a Book of Ice. I think dirty things should also be weak against water, but then what would clean even be for? You don't have a big clean spell yet, though. You just got that. I like the name is Decliner. Hey, can I sit on you? No. Go away. I decline. If a recliner is it goes back into a comfortable position for you, is it like a decliner, like make it very uncomfortable to sit on? Like spikes shoot out of it? That's what I think. And then you would decline to sit in that chair. Oh boy, we got more toxic friends. I'm gonna stun you first. The Distresser. Oh boy, we are being puntastic today, aren't we? We are being so puntastic. Also, that does distress me. It looks like a Muggus. I'll make sure to put in the noise that time. A Dump Feast. And more uncliners. They take the Decliner out of Cerulean. They uncline him. Because my impression of him is terrible. It's like, you can't be Kleiner anymore. Sorry, stop trying. Well, I'm trying to get away from... Once again, the jank has appeared. As we get deeper into the game, the jank gets more and more. It might be because of all the toxic waste. Did you ever think it might have been a choice by the developers, like how Project Moon explains away why everything looks like anime? because of the cognitive filter. Gunslinger's hat. We can get some of our agility back from the snail cap. I think it's officially obsolete now. Also, he looks badass now. He's a dark gunman. And just keep on hitting the toxic waste. That's fine. Some of it is slightly glowing, too. Okay, someone wants to die. These vampire bats with their life leech. It's hard to parry the life leech because it's hard to tell when it's actually going to hit. I was really hoping for the extra turn. When I was leveling up, I got like a 4-turn once. It was great. Here's Super Wind. Now we got some big boy guy damage. Big boy guy damage. You can do guy damage like a big boy. Haven't used many of the tents in this game. Never really needed to. Usually healing does the trick. Nothing else. What about here? What about down here? I feel like there would be something down here. Maybe? No. I regretted my choice immediately. Have we made it out of the woods yet? These woods is massive. The game's really making up for the fact that we had nothing but cutscenes last time. Wait a second, we've been here. We're lost in the woods. We've seen this screen, because everything's looted already. Up this way. Oh man, not again. Really, buddy? We gotta do this again? You know how hot it was out today? I can't deal with these fans in my face. Speaking of which, I should have turned on my tower fan before I started recording. What do you call that? What do you call that? It pushes you back. Oh no. We can't save here. Oh yes, we can save here. Never mind. But I certainly wouldn't want to use that bathroom. No thanks. Here's the Tarantula. Watch this. Stun. Switch to Binsley. Quick Metal. And then keep it stunned. Another big scrap. Anything over in this direction? Oh, I see another scrap, actually. How do we get to it? I think we're gonna have to do some fancy jumping. That's not how we fancy jump. Alright. Alright, we're gonna have to combine some powers here, then. There we go. Just for some reason, these bubbles do not want to float over the toxic waste. A rotten buffet, that's all? Well, I could have sworn I landed on that toxic waste, but I'm not going to complain about it. Have we made it out of the woods yet? It feels like we're going in circles. The barrel buckler. That must be an upgrade to the Mamelon shield. Barrel buckler, where at? Bowling ball. Barrel buckler. Useful against projectile attacks. Ranged resist. What's the point, actually? I have questions here. What's the point? You get the Mamelon shield, you get more defense out of it. This is like a weaker Mamelon shield. And you get it after you get the Mamelon shield. Also, Cerulean, how the heck did you end up with low health? Did he actually take damage from walking off the edge of the screen? I think that might be the case. They must have put a toxic field all around the bottom of that screen a couple screens ago. That's why we kept on getting bounced back. But he wasn't flashing, so how could I tell? Any other loot around here? Any exits around here? Oh, finally, we made it out of the hardwoods. We're that much closer to the table. Any hidden up here? No. I mean, I see the train tracks that Ratavia was walking on before. So this entire area she didn't have access to. More petrified wood. In what looks like a petrified wood. That is accurate. I accidentally hit the streaming button instead of the recording button when I started this video. I had to quick go on YouTube and delete the stream that I tried to do for like 1 second. And wouldn't you know it, whenever I start a stream and don't have my info uploaded, it defaults to the Harfest 2020 logo and everything. Back when I played Lobotomy Corporation the first time. Tunnel to the Red Wine River. Construction by Heave Ho Lumber. Okay, that's a tarantula. It looked like an ant for a second. Maybe that's just the light. We need tons of metal because we got tons of metal to carry. We got so much metal we can carry now. Just like I like to have Walker out just in case an enemy's gonna ambush us in the night. Ooh, spare key. Clothespin idol. I think that's max HP. I'm pretty sure that was a max HP trinket. Like one of the decent ones, like plus 100. I guess they could offset that cursed doll or whatever it was the last time. Barbed wire. Is it a fire weapon? It's glass damage. How good is glass damage against wood? I wouldn't imagine very well. Though they're certainly not weak to it. I think the general rule of thumb is it a fabric enemy? It's weak to glass. Is it a ice enemy? It's probably weak against fire. Is it flying? It's weak against range. Or wind. It's also probably weak against wind. Let's try the big water. Oh no, this is the little water. Obviously that won't do much against wood. I feel like Oil's tier is like the best idea here. Not many clean weapons. You would think they would have a lot more clean weapons. Besides Cerulean's bubble friend. And his entire shtick. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the fire sword, thank you. Against all these wood enemies, I'm using a fire sword. Especially since it'll automatically explode oil tiles, so that's just extra damage all around there. And if you think some of the stuff I'm doing in the game is broken, people have done things like stacking focus, and I heard of some person triggering like a 15k oil explosion using Dustin. It could get kind of nuts. Closest I got was 12k, and that was like a 4-scriv fire book. Buffs really help out in this game, and I should use them more often myself. Especially some of the final bosses could be real pieces of work. Any secrets down here? Man, why don't you just walk through the woods and get to the train tracks up there? That seems like the best way to go. It'll take us right to the city. No secrets down here, but we did find a town. I wonder if it's the Barrelton they mentioned when Raltavia was running around on the last leg. Oh, here's a secret. There better be a secret behind this waterfall in Tablewine Falls. There better be a secret in here. Extra large castle milk. Well, what's on the other side of the falls? Scrap key, of course. But what's inside the falls? Well, that's a defense powder. That's a defense powder deluxe. I think I'm going to save that for hard bosses. Nope, you can't get behind that waterfall. This waterfall gets an F-. Well, at least it was worth the look at. Provisions are running low. We should check in on the nearby town, shouldn't we? You two guys don't eat. Only Dustin eats. Is he eating that much food? This town seems untouched by the waste. You can finally catch a break. You guys hungry? No, we don't eat, remember? We just said this. We're married now, we're Walker Cerulean. Oh, right, the whole not-eating food thing. I'm rusted famished. Mind if we get some grub and oil my joints? I could use a bubble bath myself. Let's split up and meet at the inn when we're ready. By split up, I mean keep the party together, because we're not making that mistake twice. Whoa! You snuck up on me. Whoa! Stop sneaking up on me. See that lad over there? Isn't he a wee bit adorable? No. 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 I mean, you're already an enemy of what kind? No. Don't do it. Chewed legs and split seams, the furniture wars. I guess they fought the bugs because of the termites and all that. Oh, never mind, the bugs are right here. The ocean is completely inaccessible. I hope my family is okay in Bug City. They're probably toxic wasting it up. Hello there. Sorry about the prices. Combat can. Sure. We got rid of cubism. We now have combat can. You're looking dangerous, Dustin. An extra 15 attack from that armor. At the cost of only 5 max HP. Which is like next to nothing. Hard to keep my spirits from wilting these days. This mock Scottish is tripping me up. Hey, the neighbors fled to the table. Or maybe it's supposed to be Cockney. Only a matter of time before the gremlins reach us out here. Or it could be Australian. Is this Australian wood? Okay, that bed's bouncy. Checks out. Oh, great, we got one of them, there, JRPG protagonists again. That did just sound like Walker Jacket. Oh boy, another empty bottle to fill with dish liquid. Okay, we're only not getting those chips. This boat looks familiar. Nah, couldn't be. Even though we just met his sister. Rest of the gang has ventured into the wilds. Welcome to Battledom, where the casks are as empty as the streets. Romance on Red Wine River. The twist is, they found a secret behind the waterfall. And then they blew it up, so no one would ever know about their forbidden love. Hardwoods 5. There's so many levels to Hardwoods. Trinkets and wood chips are boats. Oh, maybe they're Canadian. They're a boat, eh? That's what's left in this tune. A Canadian is just as bad as my Australian, which is almost as bad as my Scottish. Sorry about the prices. Work gloves. Didn't we have work gloves before? I'm pretty sure I've seen that accessory before. Work gloves, work gloves. Yeah, we got work gloves. 5 skill and attack. Might as well loot this. An air freshener. That's for Carpentosians. AKA just loot. And I think it's max HP. Ah, the belly's empty and my cupboard's too. Maybe you shouldn't be selling stuff that I already have. Maybe that'll help out. What about this duck? Just loot all their paper clips that they keep inside of their barrels. Have you ever thought about that? When you find like money inside of barrels, like maybe like Resident Evil 4, you'll like break a box and there's pesetas in there. Who put them in there and why? I know video games and all that, but seriously, when you think about the logistics of it, is that? Slap me top and call me a bungo. Hello again, Captain. Jackie boy. Should the Kenyan be admitted to service and survive an apocalypse? I was worried after I heard how hard the Turgios was hit. Yeah, a lot has certainly changed since the last we met. Aye, the whole damn dump has changed. But tell me true, I gotta know. And don't sweeten it. Binsley, did the bear never turn up? The what? Yeah, he's with me now, in town. Oh, thank the maker. And what of Ratavia and the young princeling? Prince? You knew? It was obvious, lad. You'd think I wouldn't recognize the youngest royal of my own kingdom. I didn't want to make a fuss and embarrass the wee lad. Is he with Binsley at the pub? Loot, he's, And then he stares off into the sunset. He never speaks for another 2 hours. Been captured by the gremlins. Last I heard, Ratavia was on his tail. Splinters, man, that's tough. That little lassie knows her business, that's for certain. If you cannot find him, no one can. How bad has it gotten here? Carpentos? It's bad. But we're a big kingdom. Yeah, I noticed. The East Coast is completely destroyed. Entire villages and forests are reduced to boiling ash. Town seems to have weathered the storm so far. But only with 2 E's. True, the waste hasn't reached this far yet. But there's no food or wares. I've been feeding who's left in the town with my supplies, but the truth of the matter is, this town won't last. I'm sorry, Captain. Come. Dustin will be overjoyed to see you. And then you can arrive. Ah, that's a ship whale of a story, lads. Especially about the cube of Rubik. I mean, Dusty boy here. From bobbing like a cork to taking down the gremlin factory. Mystic visions? Resurrections? I delete that. I wish it all were true, Captain. I wanted to be dead. Now you're taking the fight to the 8-ball-headed scunner himself. I admire it, I really do. You were given the location of the next temple we must visit. The Valley of Fallen Nails. Do you know it? I ken the way. It's far into the forests. Old land. What is it, Captain? I take you myself. Sailing the Red Wine River. Flows right to the doorstep of the valley, aye. But I abandoned the stone. With the oceans blocked, I arranged for a caravan to be brought down, but it never showed. What happened to it, I dinna ken. Months worth of food. What if we found it? What if we located the caravan? You do that? Of course, right guys? You get my shipment and I'll sail you to the gates of the compactor myself. That's a captain's promise. We're on it. The caravan should be taken to the Pine Barrens just north of here. Safe travels, lads. And now we'll loot the inn while we're here. We got our next mission. Anything else up here? Don't fall off, it's a long way back. I said don't fall off. Alright, nothing over here. Even though there was a trampoline, we could have gotten here earlier. Off we go to the Pine Barrens! Finally, an adventure episode! Wonder how we get over to there, because I see a treasure chest. Welcome to the Pine Barrens. That didn't take long. How about now? These are the double turn bags. Yeah, these are the double turn bags. At least they don't hit as hard with us. We got better body armor than Rotavia does. But still, they take 2 turns at once? Their agility is massive. Hopefully their HP isn't very big. Yeah. Oh no, their HP is pretty big. How do they fare against fire? Pretty well. And it didn't leave a fire. How about clean? Probably clean does it. They look toxic. Yep. So durable and they take extra turns. Which means you have to deal with 4 attacks before you get to do anything. And they're gonna just lay down glass and toxic everywhere. I'm gonna be avoiding these enemies in the future. I'd rather be under glass. Also, they're not weak against fire. Well, we established that with the... We established that with the book. We don't have a clean sword. We're just gonna say no to those bags in the future. They're not even worth the experience points. Too laborious of a prospect there. See, I know the big words. I got them big words. Like, I was about to say sesquicentennial, but no. What did I say about the judge once? Oh. I had it for a second, and then I lost it again. Now I'm trying to remember the phobia of big words. But all I'm thinking about is triskaidekaphobia. That's not it. Sesquipedalian loquaciousness. I just remembered it now. It means you talk too much. I certainly don't have a sesquipedalian loquaciousness. Oh boy, pressure pill. Sesquipedalophobia. That's the fear of big words. You see, Walker would be very proud of my vocabulary. He would appreciate it, being a librarian and all. That means I read a few books. I got 1984, and I got the first Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I would like to find a second one. I like that book a little bit better. I'd also like to get a hold of a few of the Ringworld books. I'd like to get a hold of Dungeon Crawler Carl. John dies at the end. There's a book I found recently called The Legend of by a guy that makes shorts on YouTubes by cooking like a caveman. Just look up caveman cooking, you'll probably find him. And he likes to pitch his book a lot there. Well, this certainly doesn't look like a boss arena. The supply caravan. Looks like a broken axle. No sign of the coach driver. It's all filled with food and supplies. Careful now. What's up, Walker? Do you think this could be some kind of trap? Bandits wouldn't actually have left the supplies. So that leaves... It's waste monsters again, isn't it? It's always waste monsters. Boss fight! Oh hey, we fought this thing before! Wait a second, why is there a thief behind it? Here it comes! Gotta protect that caravan at all the costs! Wait, did the thieves send it? Okay, I also added the lightning strike. Let's see how it deals with lightning. It did have metal on its back, so I assumed that maybe lightning would work on it. We're going with oil strats because I have the oils tier equipped. So we're going to hit it with some explosions over and over again. It's going to hate that. Look at that damage. I didn't mean to do that, but let's scriv again. Okay, that was a poorly timed scriv, but another oil. I'm not going to wait for the fire tile to do its thing. I'm just going to keep on exploding that tile there. Over and over again. Because doing like 700 damage is better than like a 200 tick for 3 turns. We'll add some fire on top of it. 3430. And that's from a 3 scriv. A little bit more attack. And you can use the defense. Oh, that was easy. Good luck, guys. Let's pack it on up. What about that bandit just hiding out there in the corner? He's not hiding very well. The barrel beast must have scared off any would-be bandits from looting all this. No, I'm actually right here. Who is that? Nobody. We were waiting in the backstage! Oh dear, bandits! I spoke too soon, it seems. Don't try anything funny, folks. Just hand over the food and we'll let you off easy. I recognize you. You were number 2 in Filthy Grody's gang. The gang has grown. Got something else to feed, so hand it over. Not happening. This is for the starving people of Barrowdom. Where do you think all our recent members are from? They just weren't stupid enough to hang around and wait to starve. We're forging our own way out of here. Whatever it takes to survive. Fine then. We all beat each other senseless and no one gets to eat. You saw us all take down that barrel beast. You really think you're up to the task? He's got a point there. Don't do it, Dad. That's so obvious. That's Dustin Binsley, the trash can knight. Junior, what are you and Rustin doing out here? Don't hurt him, Dad. He's a hero. Everyone's saying he blew up the prison and saved all the people. Today's your lucky day, trash man. I don't want to do no harm in front of my kids here, see? But you would do harm if your kid wasn't here. Pack it up, guys. Wait. You said you'd have just as many mouths to feed as those left in Barrowdom. That's right. Then you'll need to be taking half of these supplies with you. Are you serious? Question mark period. You're just giving up half? Just like that? You said it yourself. You're just as hungry as those in the Barrowdom. Consider returning to the town. They need fighters if they're going to survive. With the barrel beast gone, the roads will be safer. I don't know what to say. Ain't been treated with kindness for a long time. Probably because you keep on robbing everybody. People need to support each other. Now more than ever. Commentary. We'll think about what you said. Thank you. Can I have your autograph, Sir Knight? You sure can, kid. Ew, I got the autograph from Cerulean, too. Unbelievable! You've done it! Sorry to say, Captain, we only got half the shipment. Dafash. We thought this was lost. Makers bless you, boys. We also cleared the road of a Roman barrel beast. Guys, we have some company. Bandits! Splinters, this never ends, does it? What's the meaning of this? Hold up. We've come to return to the town. If you'd have us. You what? What trick is this? No trick. I know you don't think much of us, but we could pull our food together. We can keep the road secure. We can help build up the town's defenses. This is most unusual. May I ask why the change of heart? Sir Binsley and his men here, showing us that these beasts can be beaten. Set us on the straight and narrow. Is that so? Point is, we shouldn't be stealing from each other. We got kids and fighting men. We can work together. Well, there is a law against kid labor in this town. Aye, that all sounds grand, but what happens when Sir Binsley ain't around? What's stopping you from looting the place once we're gone? Our honor. Yeah, again, question still stands. We'll turn over all the weapons to the mayor, unless they're needed for defense. Our weapons? Boss! I said what I said, don't be daft. Maybe there's hope for this world yet, after all. You done it again, Binsley. I'll get all Rocky sorted and we'll prepare the crew. Let me can when you're ready to set sail. And then Walker falls from the sky. Mysteriously. No one knows why he did it. To this day. There's a chance this town will be lost after all. Won't be lost, right? Ah, Wilna. Yeah, Wilna means won't be, right? I don't speak Carpentosian. Are you ready to set sail? Yeah, let's go. Red Wine River, here we come! There should be a porta potty up ahead. Certainly not going to have a battle at sea into toxic waste. Or transition to Ratavia. Well, yeah, at least there's gonna be plenty of toilets there. There's so many toilets in the tabletop. Wait, where does all the sewage go? Hold on a sec. Did they just throw it over the side? I wouldn't want to live there. What does wood people waste look like? Is it pulp? I'm asking too many questions here. I see you've made it here in one piece. Spelling of dog, but in one piece nevertheless. Well, the one piece is real. Yeah, I guess so. You know, I never thought I could be more disappointed in you. Then when you gave up your birthright to dust stairwells and stock shelves. But no, loot the lackluster would strike again. Hey. Yes, I was bitter at you for a long time. Then I realized I should have thanked that walker jacket. The years of your absence were the fondest of my life. Oh, this is a brilliant father. Well, I should never have had to see or hear from you again. And now, then why did you invite him back into town? What a mess you've created for me. What are you talking about? Do not play coy! I know you're running around with those rebels. And, despite all that I've given you this one chance, I would allow you to return to the family. Screw that. Your title, the Prince of Tabletop, will be reinstated. You'll be given waste-free land and a salary befitting your station. All you have to do is to give up your friends. And that's all you're offering? Do not pluck around with me. That's a good use of a euphemism there. This is a one-time deal. If you value your life, you'll take it. You really don't know nothing about me, do you? I'd rather die than snitch on my comrades. I had a feeling you'd let me down again. So I went ahead and took the liberty of making my own arrangements. Sawtooth! Go on, take a look. Man, that's some really good art. You can't be serious. Oh, I am, Lute. Exceedingly serious. We shall host a concerto for all of Tabletop to see. We will print a massive amount of flyers for the event and drop them all across the kingdom. And you will be the solo performer. What? You and I both know your friends will come running to your rescue. You will be the bait. And Dustin Binsley will be the prize. You splatting bastard. I've grown tired of this conversation. Back to the Tower of Tempo with you. Sawtooth, take him away. Time to go. Oh, and Lute. I'd get rehearsing if I were you. My father has a strict weeknight curfew in his place. His soldiers are all over the tabletop. They'll just need to be extra careful. Keep on the lookout for these royal compartments. They run beneath the surface, only for the members of the royal lineage to use. My sister and I spent a lot of time playing down there as kids. Are you sure we could trust her? She isn't like the rest of them. We just need to get to the Centerpiece Gardens and meet her in secret. But they said there is no secret tunnels. Oh boy, that's a lot of that's a lot of guards, yes. But there's like other ways to get through the town. No citizens out after curfew. You can sneak behind this guy. Yeah, they got Metal Gear Solid Guard syndrome. We could go over here. I know where the waste is. I know where the waste is. You know, the restrooms. Where you leave the waste. You think that's the Centerpiece Gardens. No, if you try going in there, you're gonna get caught. Just like that. Alright, let's try this again. Behind this guy. Around the corner. Right here. Those guys won't see you. Right down this way. Just keep a wide berth of the Central Palace. And we should be able to reach the restrooms over here. Now, were they here or were they up farther? Unless they take the bathrooms down for tonight. They're gone. Oh well. All of those special panels equate to teleportation points. Fast travel underneath the city. And it correlates to where in the city you are, more or less. There they are. There's the bathrooms. So next time, we're going to be going into the underground dungeon of the table. Looks like some termites were busy down here. Because how else are they going to have tunnels and a table? Good night, folks.